My first opportunity in consulting came via the boutique that I had at the time, Lounge, and it was work with a brand that wasn't out yet, with a rapper that was just coming up. The brand ultimately became Rockaware. The rapper ultimately became Jay-Z. A year in, he made Big Pimpin', and the rest is history. First, determine what you want to do. Do you want to be a salesperson? Do you want to be a marketing person? Do you want to be a designer? Because those are all things that you could be consulting on in the fashion business. And then if you do decide you want to do those things, then you could go to school and take courses at those, in those fields. You could get an internship with a brand or with somebody and learn the business that way. It's about getting out there and learning your craft. Things sometimes do go too far, and I think that pushing the envelope these days is what people are trying to do. We would never try to do anything that would be considered homophobic or racist, or there's certain lines you don't want to cross. Outside of that, everything's open for fair game, because it's really us interpreting our childhood and what we came up with, and then putting our own take on it. It's a good question. No one's ever asked me that. A lot of people don't make the connection at all. And again, our first culture jamming is our logo, and our first location was at 54 Clinton. So it became, we were always community. We worked with the community. The community helped us to set up the stores, help with our build outs. Without the community support, we're nothing. So community was a part of it. And then when the 54 came in, we knew that we wanted to add something to the community to make it our own. So it became Community 54. And being in New York, for us, it was natural. It was like, whoa. And we've done business with Tommy Hilfiger, who used to spend a lot of time at Studio 54. None of us are old enough. I'm old, but not that old to be hanging at Studio 54 at the time. But for those that do their research, that was the cultural hub. That was gay, straight, black, white, street, contemporary, all in one place. Fashion is definitely alive. I don't think there's ever been a time that, especially for menswear, I'm not as much of an aficionado on women's. But when it comes to menswear, men care more about their fashion than I think they ever have in history, unless you go back to the Victorian times where, fashion, it was more important for men than women. Nowadays, there's t-shirts, there's brands that do men are the new women, right? Fashion is more important, I think, than it ever has been, but now fashion transcends into lifestyle, because nobody wants to just buy a piece of clothing. They want a story to it. Lauryn Hill as well was I was a gigantic fan, and I ended up styling her for a Much Music editorial and doing her concert with House Blues. That was really, really amazing. In terms of someone that I got to know personally, Tommy Hilfiger was definitely an idol coming up. Was someone that I respected immensely. In terms of a job vocation, I think interior design is something that I've been dabbling in, and would be something that I'd be doing more full time if I never got in the fashion gig. Something within that field. Even being a lawyer. Being a criminal lawyer, I didn't do the schooling, but it's something that I've always been interested in, knowing laws and rules and the ins and outs of things.